I want to talk to you about banks that approve a new LLC for up to $500,000. Okay, if you are a new LLC, you probably know how complicated it can be to actually secure business funding. Luckily, there are about 5 to 8 let's just say banks that approve business lines of credit for new LLCs. So here are the banks. First, I want you to think about PNC. So if you're thinking about if you have a new LLC, right, and it doesn't matter if you have a multi-member LLC or a single member LLC, you can still secure a business loan or business line of credit at PNC. And the cool thing is that PNC will approve you real fast. And PNC, the only thing PNC wants they want you to see you be a business checking or savings account. Let's say they want you to have a business savings or a business checking account for at least 3 months before you actually before you apply for business funding. Okay, and you gotta be the LLC has to be also in the same geography that PNC covers. Because PNC is not a national bank as a Chase, as a Bank of America, Citibank, or Wells Fargo, right? So PNC is in about 20 to 25 states. So you just want to make sure that your business actually also operates in those states where PNC is present. Okay, so 3 months, you got to be 3 months an account holder, and the maximum amount you can get from PNC is $100,000. But that's pretty good anyway. If you think about it, I mean, if you have a new LLC, you probably don't have a lot of big financing needs as of yet. So PNC will grant you anywhere from 20,000, all the way to 100,000. Again, I want to insist on the fact that you are looking at unsecured loan. Okay, obviously it does help if you have a relationship with PNC. In other words, either you have a relationship on the personal side or on the business side, because PNC will analyze your business. We'll look at your cash inflows, your projected cash inflows and cash outflows, because you might have to provide some cash flow projections for PNC to analyze your business to see, okay, we got a possibility to finance here. So maximum loan amount, 20 grand. I mean, 20 grand to $100,000. So that's really good. So think about PNC the next time you think about a bank that approves a new LLC. Okay, if you want to call a PNC, you can call them. Their number is 1-800-762-5684, and they're available Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern. So that's pretty good. And I really advise you to start the conversation by calling them before even going to a branch. That way, you know whether or not your business could qualify. Okay. If you're looking for a bank that approves a new LLC for up to $500,000, I want you to think about U.S. Bank. And U.S. Bank has a pretty similar business model or lending model as PNC, because U.S. Bank, number one, is a tier 2 bank. It is a regional bank, so it is in a couple of states, probably 15 to 20 states. Okay, and U.S. Bank wants you to be an account holder, for a business account holder, for 1 month before you apply for new LLC business funding. Okay, and the cool thing about U.S. Bank is that you have a variety of business funding programs. So you have business lines of credit, you have business loans, and you also have they have cash advances, especially for overdraft protection. So when I speak about the business line of credit at U.S. Bank, you have what they call the cash flow manager. So cash flow manager allows you to qualify for a new LLC business funding program up to $250,000. So you're looking at $250,000. And this is kind of cool because it is a line of credit that allows you to manage cash flow, to really look at your cash inflows and cash outflows, and really trying to really stabilize your liquidity, right? So if there is a gap between your, let's say, your accounts payable and accounts receivable, this cash flow manager can really help you sort of smooth out those bumps. Okay. So you also have now, if you want more, if your new LLC has more financing needs, and you have let's say, the business model to back it up, you can actually qualify for a business line of credit that goes all the way to $1 million at the U.S. Bank. So that's really if you have more, like a bigger financing needs. Okay. And you also have a business equity line of credit. And finally, you have the business reserve line that basically U.S. Bank allows you to have to sort of take care of, let's say, petty cash, to sort of replace your petty cash. Okay, you can also get a loan from U.S. Bank. Okay, you are able to get a loan, and again, the maximum here is $250,000, and we are speaking about, let's say, unsecured. Okay, so nothing is secured here, but only the only requirement is for you to be a business account holder for at least 1 month and be in good standing with the U.S. Bank overall before actually qualifying for this funding program. If you're looking for a bank that approves a new LLC this year, I want you to consider Truist Bank. Truist is kind of interesting because Truist actually is a merger of, is a result of a merger between BB&T, the former BB&T, and SunTrust. So there were two banks back in the days that really merged, and so basically you have a stronger bank, right, for new ALCs, but also established ALCs. And the cool thing about Truist is that they will approve you within 24 hours. So for your new LLC to be approved, Truist doesn't have a requirement for you to have a business account, let's say a business account with them for X amount of months before you can qualify for a business loan or line of credit. They just want you to be in good standing. Of course, you got to have an account with them, right? You cannot be, let's say, an account holder at another bank and really try to secure a loan or line of credit at for your new LLC at Truist. Okay, so it really helps to really establish that relationship. And the cool thing about Truist is that you get approved real fast. On top of that, you are able to have like for loans, for instance, you have a more flexible repayment window. So you're looking at 12 to 36 months, which is really good. If you have a new LLC and you are trying to really smooth out your cash inflows and cash outflows, your liquidity management strategy, really having this 12 to 36 months can really help you big time. Okay, but again, for loans with Truist Bank, you're looking at a maximum loan amount of $100,000. I mean, you might be thinking, well, it's not really a lot if I have a new LLC. My needs are way more, and I hear you. But the thing is, you want to start somewhere, right? You want to start somewhere. You want to establish that relationship with Truist. You want to make sure that they understand that you know how to manage money. You know how to really be in control of your cash inflows and cash outflows, and then they will increase your loan amount later on. Everything comes with experience and trust. The more experience you have, the more experience they'll have in you. Okay, so if you have any question, I think you should call Truist at 1-877-279-3083, or just let me know in the comment section, and one of our team members will get back to you. If you're looking for a bank that approves a new LLC, I want you to think about TD Bank. Okay, so TD Bank is pretty interesting in the sense that TD Bank will approve you. Like if you want to get if you're a new LLC, first of all, TD Bank wants you to be a customer of theirs, a business customer of theirs, for at least 3 months before you can before you can apply. That's number one. Number two, if you want to apply under a $250,000, like if your new LLC wants less than $250,000, you can do the application online, not a problem. Now, if you want more, you need to go to a TD Bank branch, okay? And mind you, the TD Bank is in about 10 to 15 states along the East Coast and also Florida. So you just want to make sure that you are in the proper geography to qualify, okay? But so there is a certain limits as to whether or not you can apply online or you can apply at a branch. One thing I want to say is that with TD Bank, you want to make sure that you think about your needs in advance, and you are able to have a proper paperwork. I mean, in other words, TD Bank is kind of generous. I mean, they will approve you for a maximum of $5 million, even for new LLCs, as long as your paperwork is structured. Your paperwork is really like a paperwork makes sense from a fundability point of view. In other words, you're having projected cash flows that make sense. So, okay, when you analyze the cash flow projections, it makes sense that you can really derive revenue from your business. So it's important. And the cool thing about the TD Bank is that the bank has no restrictions when it comes to the use of loan proceeds. The thing is, some banks really will impose new restrictions as to how you can use the loan proceeds, especially if you are a new LLC. They want to make sure that you have experience first, but TD Bank doesn't have that. Okay, so if you have any question and you want to know more about the TD Bank business loan for new LLCs, I want you to contact their customer service number at 1-855-278-8988, and the staff is available Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern. If you're looking for a bank that approves a new LLC, I want you to think about Fifth Third Bank. Fifth Third is kind of interesting. Why? Fifth Third actually will approve you real fast, but they want you to be a customer of theirs. If you're a new LLC, they want you to be a customer of theirs for 6 months. Now, being a customer doesn't mean you have to be a business customer. No, you can also be an individual customer. It's a qualifier, okay? In other words, you've been with Fifth Third Bank as an individual customer for 6 months, and now you have a new LLC on the side, and you want to have a business funding. And Fifth Third will look into your application as long as your account is in good standing, your current account, okay? And the cool thing is that Fifth Third is a little different in the sense that a lot of the stuff that happens for a new LLC business funding happens at the branch. They want to see you. They want to see you, or they want to really have a conversation with you. You can't just apply online, okay? So it's just better to schedule an appointment, and just call 1-877-534-2264, 1-877-534-2264, and have a conversation. Start a conversation, actually, so you can schedule an appointment, find a banker at Fifth Third Banker, and really take it from there. Fifth Third will give you a maximum loan amount of $100,000. So if you're a new LLC, right, and again, of course, you got to be in the geography that Fifth Third covers, because Fifth Third is also a regional bank. So if you can actually qualify for an amount that goes from $10,000 all the way to $100,000. And I'm speaking here about unsecured. So you have unsecured business line of credit and unsecured business term loans. So that's really good. No collateral needed. If you are looking for a bank that approves a new LLC for quick funding, I want you to think about Citizens Financial this year. And Citizens Financial actually will get you a business loan or a line of credit for your new LLC for up to $250,000 in 2 to 3 days. Citizens Financial is pretty good when it comes to fast funding, even for new LLCs. The only thing is that you have to be with Citizens Financial for 3 months as a business account holder, not just as an individual account holder, as a business account holder for 3 months minimum before you can qualify for their business funding program, okay? And maximum loan amount here, $250,000. And kind of similar to all the other lenders, it's just better to schedule a consultation, to schedule let's say an appointment with a banker, with a Citizens banker, and that way you can ask all questions before you do anything, okay? And their number is 1-800-4-BUSINESS. So 1-800-4-BUSINESS. The cool thing about Citizens is that Citizens actually has a manual process, but also an online process. As a matter of fact, you can even apply for a new LLC business loan or line of credit through the app. So Citizens has an app. Now the app is not really where it's supposed to be at. I mean, they're working on it. They're improving the app every day. I mean, there used to be a couple of times where there were glitches, especially during COVID. Okay, but now the glitches are less frequent. But my point is what? My point is that you have flexibility when it comes to Citizens, okay? Citizens Financial. So for your new LLC, you can actually get a maximum of $250,000 in 2 to 3 days. That's really good. And one thing I want to say also is that there is actually an annual fee if you want to get let's say a business line of credit through a Citizens Financial. You got to really account for an annual fee. So the fee is $150 for lines of credit that go from $50,000 all the way to $100,000, and 0.30% for lines of credit. There are actually higher than $100,000 and lower than $1 million. So you got to be in that bracket to really sort of to really, I mean, to account for the fee. Now there is a possibility to actually get a business line of credit or business loan for that matter that goes above $1 million, but this will require a long-standing relationship with Citizens Financial at the personal level or at the business level for you to get the new LLC business funding at those amount. If you're looking for a bank that approves a new LLC for quick funding, I want you to think about KeyBank this year. So KeyBank is really interesting in the sense that KeyBank will give you loans, but also lines of credit. Okay, and so the minimum loan amount here, when it comes to KeyBank, is $10,000. Okay, so that's still good anyway. $10,000, that's really good. Good, you are able to do a lot with that, and the maximum is $500,000. So, and KeyBank wants you to be a customer for at least 1 month, a business customer for at least 1 month before you can qualify for this business funding program. Okay, of course they want to see some liquidity trains in your business. I mean if you are a brand new LLC, it can be a little complicated. But if you are, let's say you've been around for 3 months, 6 months, and you have started generating some cash, then KeyBank will really will appreciate your application a lot more. I mean, they will look at your application with more interest. Okay, and the cool thing is that KeyBank actually allows you to apply for this new LLC business loan or new LLC business line of credit online. You can also apply through the app, through the KeyBank app, or you can also apply over the phone. By the way, so that's really good. So if you want to apply over the phone for a new LLC business loan or business line of credit, I want you to contact 1-888-KEY4BIZ. So 1-888-539-4249. Okay, so that's really good, and you are able to get things done a lot faster. Now, one thing I want to say here is that you also want to understand that everything depends on the relationship you have with KeyBank, of course. And the last bank I want to share with you into this conversation is Santander Bank. So if you want to know a bank that approves a new LLC for quick funding, think about Santander. Santander will give you a business loan or line of credit that goes all the way to $500,000. Okay, $500,000. And Santander is even better in the sense that there are no financial statements required for lines of credit up to $250,000. Okay, if you want more, then you have to provide some paperwork. Okay, so if you're a new LLC, Santander wants you to be a business account holder for 3 months minimum before you can actually apply for a business loan or a business line of credit. Okay, and Santander, kind of similar to Truist Bank, is really flexible when it comes to the use of loan proceeds. So if your new LLC gets approved, you can actually get you can use the cash for whatever reason you want, right? You can finance accounts receivable. You can purchase inventory. You can actually take care of seasonal cash flow fluctuations. You can hire more staff. Okay, so you have a lot of flexibility, and Santander is not going to impose some kinds of any kind of restrictions as to the use of the loan proceeds. So that's really fantastic. So in conclusion to this conversation, I spoke to you about our top 8 banks that approve a new LLC for up to $500,000. Okay, and so here are the banks. You have a PNC, you have a U.S. Bank, you have a Truist Bank, you have TD Bank, you have Fifth Third Bank, you have Citizens Financial, you have Key Bank, and you have Santander Bank. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.